Hey, wait a fucking second. Are you still watching through JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Yeah, I am, and God, I love that show. Joseph Joestar is the best Joestar. Don't fucking at me. God, I love that show. But I fail to see how it's relevant to this video we're doing. Well, I just skimmed through the script, and from what I got, we have what looks like a delinquent who gets arrested at the beginning. He fights off some people with some nunchucks, teams up with an old guy who acts as a father figure to him. Yeah, that's just the plot to Stardust Crusaders. Why are we talking about Jotaro if you're still watching Stardust Crusaders? Holy shit, you're right, that does sound like the plot to Stardust Crusaders. Does this mean that Adam Sandler's a fucking Joestar? Wait, why are you bringing up Adam Sandler? Are you talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Stans and Ora and all that? No, we're doing a review of the movie 8 Crazy Nights. You know, that animated Adam Sandler Hanukkah movie? Okay, but why are we doing that? Oh, you see, it's just funny to do that. And also, it gets even worse and even more cursed from here. You see, not only are we doing this, but also 7 other YouTubers, including Castlevania's Dracula, or as we might know him, Biffweed, and even the Tier 3 furries themselves, Ribbit Theater and Ducko, as well as a few other people like, but Grifflepuff, you don't know that they're furries? Shut up, alright? According to the tiers of furries, which I have the thing right here, they would be Tier 3 furries. Anyway, we are so off track right now, so I'm Grifflepuff, your badass and nerdy host, and I'm Nameless co-host. Yes, that is my name, at least until this jackass comes up with something. And today we aren't overanalyzing fictional characters to pit them up against each other in a fight to the death. Instead, we're reviewing an Adam Sandler movie that was made in 2002. Well, guys, I think it's official. Comedy died in 2019. It's the internet's fault. Or at the very least, it's Biffweed's fault. Oh god, let's just start doing this review because quite frankly, I want to get back to playing Persona 5. So, yeah, let's go and start the story of this movie. We open on a beautifully animated town, but, more on the animation at the end of the review, as the camera zooms in on our lovable main character, Davy Stone. Honestly, with a name like that, I'm surprised he isn't a crystal gem. Why? You know stones aren't gems, right? Anyway, we see him dine and dash some Chinese restaurant as he leaves drunk out of his mind. Thus, some cops then try and prevent him from driving as well. That's incredibly dangerous. So you know what? Good on the cops. Now, logically, this leads Davey to do the next obvious thing. He starts fucking dry humping his car. Yeah, there's a lot of great things to see in this world, and animated Adam Sandler fucking dry humping his car is not one of them. After that, sex scene, or whatever the hell that quantifies as, Davey gets called out by the restaurant owner, and thus goes on the run while singing one of the many songs in this movie. Oh yeah, this movie's a fucking musical. Look, I like musicals as much as the next guy. Well, actually, no I don't. Well, that is unless it's a series of unfortunate events on Netflix. Where am I going with this point again? Well, it's during this song that we learn that Mr. Stone is not only a douche, but also a gross alcoholic combination of the Grinch and Adam Sandler. But you know what, don't get me wrong, I actually quite like Davey as a character, for the same reasons I like that green guy that Jim Carrey played. Spoken! Oh, not that one! God, that movie fucking ruined the comic books! Didn't take anything from the damn source materials, fucking Jim Carrey piece of shit!
I'm going to whisper, so that by the time my voice reverberates off the walls and gets back to me, I won't be able to hear it.
You're an idiot! Yes, that's the one I meant to play. Okay, you know, I like Davey in this movie because while yes, he is an asshole, he has a somewhat valid reason for it, and he does have quite the fulfilling arc. But more on that story arc a little bit later in the movie. How could anyone like Davey? He's an asshole to everybody, and he steals things, he's constantly breaking the law, and he's a delinquent in general. Well, yeah, Davey is a jerk. I mean, he quite literally gropes some old lady's melons, well, the watermelons, that is. As well as farts so hard he propels himself forward just to mess up some carolers. And he even steals a fucking snowmobile. You know, he also uses some nunchucks to fuck up some snowmen, but you know what, we get it. Davey is supposed to be an asshole. However, by the end of the song, he does destroy some massive ice structures. Somehow. That's because of these actions that Davey gets taken to court and sentenced to a bare minimum of 10 years in 10 years? What the fuck? Like, I get it, he's a jerk and all, but the worst he did was steal a snowmobile and he broke those ice sculptures. And I just Google it, the most you can get for motor vehicle theft is 5 years. Then maybe add on a couple of years for, you know, destruction of property. Even then, that should be a minimum of 10 fucking years. I mean, yeah, but he's been doing this kind of stuff for years according to the court, and he seems like just kind of a public menace in general. Kind of like Jim Carrey, or Adam Sandler now that I think about it. Yeah, but I really don't think they can use that legally as a reason for this long of a sentence now. I mean, he's been given pardons and passes in the past before. They even say that in the court case. So, I mean, this is a whole bunch of bullshit. Davey should take this shit to Supreme Court. Look, I don't know much about the legal system, and I doubt Adam Sandler did either. I mean, Davey straight up attempts murder later, and the movie just doesn't give a shit about that at all. Literally. So let's just go ahead and chop this up to cartoon logic and maybe a plot hole. Anyway, at the trial, a small old dude by the name of Whitey comes to Davy's rescue, and offers to take him as a referee in training to keep him out of jail. And from there, we actually get into the meat and potatoes of this movie. Ah yes, Whitey, the only 70-year-old with a voice that makes Sindel's voice seem tame. But also the only old man who can survive, 40 seizures over the span of 8 days? And spoiler alert, he gets struck by actual fucking lightning later. I mean, hell, Davy even kicks off a boot hard enough to one-shot and knock out a guy. So this movie actually has legitimate feats, which is just, what the fuck? You know what? I will pay someone to do Davy and Whitey vs. Jotaro and Joseph Joestar. Yeah, well, actually, no, I won't pay them because I'm broke. But still, someone out there get on that shit. Oh, don't worry, buddy. We'll be tackling that match eventually. What? No, please, no. I don't want to do that fight. Oh, God, it was a joke. Please don't make us do this. Also, Whitey has 2 different sized feet and the body of a Super Saiyan 4. But despite his strangely shaped body, I actually like Whitey quite a bit. He's just so nice and sweet. I mean, the man will help even the worst of people no matter what they do or say to him. And trust me, some bad things happen to him. But despite that, he constantly helps them, and all he wants in return is a single patch from the town to show him how much they actually appreciate him. Yeah, but it's because of this kind-heartedness that he gets turned into a shh. Let's save that for its own section. I really don't want to mention that more than once. So, Davy actually quote-unquote helps Whitey coach the basketball game, but he really just ends up calling a kid fat and ruining everything, which causes Whitey to go into his first of what I swear is 9 seizures in this movie. So as everybody knows, to stop a seizure, all you need to do is head over to the mall, where Davy and Whitey then meet up with Davy's old crush Jennifer and her son Benjamin. And obviously from here, our lovely protagonist says Jennifer has a fine ass while she walks away. And then Whitey's all like, yo bitch, you screwed up your chances years ago, so don't even think about it. Except, he says it in a much kinder way because he's a fucking saint. Which then leads Whitey into singing a song about some dudes wetting their pants and, well, him winning a patch? I don't really know, his voice makes this song a bit hard to follow, but the main point is that this patch is all Whitey needs to feel like his life of helping people wasn't a complete waste of his life. Fast forward a bit from here and Davy commits some theft from Jennifer's bakery and Whitey gets all pissed at Davy and kicks him out of his car. Where his car then proceeds to get stuck in the snow, because of course it does, it's a fucking cartoon. Which then sets up Whitey's incredibly consistent power to talk to fucking reindeer, that then help him push his car, because you know what, it's a fucking cartoon. So let's just throw logic out the damn window for just this one scene, why not? It's a single scene, I guarantee it won't become a fucking running gag in this entire movie, and the reindeer won't be the most obnoxious characters. Gah! I mean, is there really any part of this movie that makes any sense? So far the most realistic and logical scene is Adam Sandler dry humping his car. You know what? Fair, touche, you got me there. Anyway, from here we just gotta see Whitey being the nicest guy ever, doing a shitload of odd jobs for next to no money, just to keep his house up and running. These jobs include things like putting the star on top of the tree, and, oh no, cleaning porta potties. Oh god, is it time for the scene? It's time for the scene, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's time for the scene. While cleaning one of the porta potties, Whitey makes a remark about Davy's drinking after he finishes vomiting and exits a porta potty, which then results in Davy pushing Whitey into a porta potty and then pushing the porta potty downhill.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Oh god. Oh, it's so gross. He's covered in human. Whitey then emerges covered in fucking human shit as Davy then takes a hose full of cold water, presumably to be a nice person and hose him off. But in actuality, he just freezes Whitey in the ice and leaves him there overnight, giving Whitey yet another superhuman feat, and what I have to describe as superhuman immune system, because he was literally covered in several people's shit. There's no way he didn't contract a million diseases there. Anyway, after a couple of hours, Whitey manages to summon over his legion of reindeer to lick him out of the human turdsicle. Now, I should say that this is the first time I've watched this movie in years. I mean, I've only ever seen this movie one other time, and that was when I was a kid. The only thing I really remember of this whole movie was the technical foul song and the shitsicle scene. So you know what, there's definitely a bit of nostalgia there for that disgusting scene. Oh god, it's just so gross. Can we please cut and come back later? I just need a minute to go, oh god, Yeah, sure, go do whatever you gotta do, man. So, fast forward just a bit, and Davy's shit-talking gets him and Whitey into a basketball game against 2 big dudes, where the loser has to eat the blob from Marvel's fucking jockstrap, which is just so gross. Whitey then gets one-shot by the basketball raid bosses over there, leaving Davy to play with Benjamin as his partner. Now, despite how quickly these guys took out Whitey, somehow, and I really mean somehow, Davy and Benjamin 5-stocked these guys, or wherever the sports equivalent of that would be. I don't do much of the outside things, or sports-related. I don't do anything sports-related unless it happens to be a Mario Party minigame. Yeah, because, they win because Deus Ex Machina or some bullshit like that. But also Davy gets Benjamin to swear right as Jennifer walks in. And of course she's pissed that the shirtless drunk man was teaching her kid how to swear. Yeah, but after that we get a lovely song about Davy and Jennifer's past as a couple in school, and it's just a really sweet song that helps to progress the plot, and just shows us so much backstory and reason for why Davy is kinda how he is. And it would be the perfect song in this movie, except Whitey interrupts about his sister's training bra, or the mayor talking about his cross-dressing husband, or really whatever the hell is happening in here in this scene. I mean shit, there's more cutaway gags here than your average episode of Family Guy. Yeah, sadly you're not wrong. These cutaways do kind of mess with the song's flow a bit. They are definitely funny in some instances, but I can see why a lot of people would consider this ruining the song. But anyway, that song ends with Davy arriving home to see the guy who's still eating Dynamax Jigglypuff's jockstrap over there, burning down his trailer, and somehow the man doesn't get arrested. I swear, the whole town has purge rules for everybody but Davy. I mean, the man does the simplest thing and gets arrested for like fucking 10 years, and this man burns down someone's trailer and there's no consequences. Anyway, after Davy's trailer got returned to our sender, Davy goes to stay with Whitey, which leads us to what is tied for the porta potty scene as the most memorable and iconic part of this movie. I present to you the Technical Foul song.
If you're coming from the street with dirty shoes on your feet, that's a technical foul. If you switch the radio to some modern music show, that's a technical foul.
It's literally a song of rules and how Whitey's sister will assault Davy if he messes up. Like, she straight up pulls out nunchucks, and she straight up threatens to dick kick Davy. God, this song's so great. Also, Davy talks about his morning erection, and Whitey's sister straight up says she wants to see it. Who the fuck let this happen? I want names, alright? I want fucking names on this one. I'm going to find out who thought this scene was acceptable, or I'd probably forget about this joke in just a second, because this review is scripted, and my emotions are faked for the sake of this review. Yeah, that one's definitely a technical foul. So, after that absolute masterpiece, Davy starts to realize that, hey, he was a dick. And then he starts to try and reform and be a better person. That is until Whitey tells his sister about the time Davy won the big game and dunked on the competition in the world's biggest comeback. And, also how he lost his parents in a tragic car accident. Whitey knew that this story was upsetting Davy as he told it, and yet he continued to tell it anyway. Man, Whitey isn't a saint, I take it back. He's a damn sociopath. I mean, in this case, yeah, but I think this is the best way for the story to progress. I really can't see another reason for Davy to actually snap again. I've seen a few people complain that this is way out of character for Whitey and it messes the flow of the movie, but again, I really can't see another reason for Davy to snap at and tell Whitey that no one gives a shit about him. Now, because Davy snapped at Whitey and made him cry, he gets kicked out of Whitey's house, and rightfully so, since Davy was incredibly mean to him, like the worst he's been all movie. Other than the porta potty scene, that is. So, what's the next logical step? Dry hump his car again? No, that was fucking stupid the first time. Obviously, Davy breaks into the mall drunk and pissed at the world, only to get accosted by several company logos, including the Panda Express Panda, a lingerie dress from Victoria's Secret, and a GNC can. The can's a bit on the creeper side when it comes to talking to the dress. Yeah, this scene's definitely a bit out of place, especially since they could have easily made some actual characters in the movie do this, or even hallucinations of Whitey and Jennifer, or maybe even hallucinations of his parents do the same thing. But instead, all these logos force Davy to look at that note that his parents left him on the night they died, which leads Davy to burst into fucking tears, as reasonably it should. This is an incredibly emotional part of the movie. That is, he's crying for about 2 seconds before the cops show up and try and handcuff Davy, but then he beats them both and handcuffs them together before trying to escape to New York. Yes, but the bus he tries to take to get out of here gets stopped by a thumbtack. Yes, a single fucking thumbtack took out the entire set of back tires of the bus. That's like 6 fucking tires. God forbid this movie follow any sort of damn logic. So obviously Davy takes this as a sign to go apologize to Whitey before he dodges town. But on his way to say sorry, tragedy strikes. Yeah, poor Whitey ends up losing the award to some guy with a hook hand who everybody keeps calling Jay Sherman the critic. I don't get that joke. Anyway, the reason this hook hand motherfucker won is because he bought the basketball team a new scoreboard, which as you can imagine makes Whitey incredibly upset as he leaves to go to the mall, which should still have 2 police officers in it. So Davy goes to the banquet to call everybody out for being a shithead through a song that everybody joins in despite not knowing the lyrics to. And everybody realizes that, hey, this town sucks and we're all pieces of shit. So they go to the mall to give Whitey the patches he deserves. Which just leaves me with one question. Why the fuck did Davy get arrested for breaking into the mall, but then later that night Whitey and his sister break in, and instead of arresting them, the whole town showers Whitey in patches? Man, this whole movie is less consistent than Jason Voorhees, and that man can throw a shitload of gunshots and then dies to a single machete swing. Well, with the story out of the way, let's go ahead and touch on a few other things before me and my co-host give you our final opinions. So I mentioned this at the beginning, but the animation of this movie is actually really fucking amazing. Whether it's Davy committing felonies, or Whitey's illogical and strange body structure, or the incredibly insensitive Asian character. Each frame looks absolutely fantastic, as if it was straight out of a classic Disney movie. I mean, yeah, the whole movie looks like it's done in the same style as Iron Giant, which, just like this movie, is beautifully animated. But I can't help but feel a different art style would have helped with the movie's more zany and animated moments, like Davy's fart propulsion, the french fry gag, or the infamous porta potty scene. Regardless, in a rare occurrence, Grifflepuff and I can actually agree that this movie's animation is absolutely beautiful. On top of that, the writing and jokes are actually pretty solid for the most part, and I quite enjoy the characters despite most people's opinions on them. Are you fucking kidding me? We all know that this movie is pretty poorly written, and most of the jokes are immature toilet and sex jokes. Honestly, if it weren't for Adam Sandler's voice acting, it would be next to impossible to sit through this garbage. Well, I mean, yeah, this movie has its flaws, as it does use a lot of immature humor, and there are definitely some problems in the story and writing. But despite that, I really enjoyed this movie as a kid, and I still really enjoy it now. It may just be the nostalgia for the movie or my unironic enjoyment of Adam Sandler movies, but I really actually like 8 Crazy Nights. And I was actually rather confused to see most people giving this movie a 1 out of 5 or a 12% on Rotten Tomatoes. I actually personally give this movie an 8.5 out of 10, and it's not a joke, I'm not being sarcastic or anything. I quite enjoyed the movie back then, and I still enjoy it now. 8.5! What the hell is wrong with you? You remember the shitsicle scene, right? That scene alone makes this movie a 5 out of 10 at most. Hell, I'd give it like a 3 out of 10. Yes, I remember that scene, but even watching this movie now, I found myself laughing at the jokes and loving most of the songs, and overall enjoying the movie. So if you'll have a bit over an hour to kill and want to squeeze some more holiday cheer out of 2019, give 8 Crazy Nights a watch, and probably come back here afterwards and say that my opinion is wrong and stupid and the movie is garbage. But you know what? Let me say this before you watch it. It's an Adam Sandler movie, for God's sake. It's supposed to be dumb and funny, so don't go in expecting a masterpiece like Infinity War or Into the Spider-Verse. Anyway, that's Nameless Co-host and I's reviews of 8 Crazy Nights. But if you need more 8 Crazy Nights in your life like most people do, stop and go see a therapist or a doctor, because there might be something seriously wrong with you. Not what I was gonna say. If you're in the mood for more 8 Crazy Nights, then you're in luck, as 7 other YouTubers have made reviews on this movie, and we've been releasing them every day of Hanukkah. So go check out their reviews, they'll be linked in the description, unless I forgot, and I'll link the final guy's review in my description when it comes out tomorrow, and that is unless I forget to do that as well. Also, if you want to help support my channel so that I can keep making Combo Breaker and other content, please check out my Patreon, because do you know how hard it is to actually eat in this universe? Do you know how much it costs to get a pizza shipped to another universe? And, I mean, there's something in it for you, too, like having your names at the end of the videos and the credits, or getting a shout-out from me at the end of videos, as well as some other cool rewards. At bare minimum, go check it out, guys. God, are you done self-promoting and making me sit through this Adam Sandler movie? Because, like, I want to just go back playing Persona 5 and try and forget that this shit show of a movie ever happened. Well, you have fun with that. I'm gonna go continue training my Ness Amiibo to be an unstoppable force. Anyway, have a great rest of your holiday season, and have a great day, guys.